This is the SOFIRN IF22A, and it's one of the best, if not the best, torch I've ever used in my life. I didn't just buy one for myself, I bought one for my brother, for my father. I keep buying these as gifts. The best spill out there, the best throw, it reaches about, I don't know, 400 meters. It's very good, and the intensity of light is amazing. So this is the SOFIRN IF22A, and I do have many other torches like the ACEBEAM P17 Defender in green, and it's very bright, 5000 lumen. Nearly, and I've got the TAC2AA, and I've got the TAC-A from ACEBEAM as well. So I went into the SOFIRN website to get me some more of these babies. There's a lot of products, SOFIRN are making a lot of products, so I went on a bit of a shopping spree and I bought myself 3. So let me just unbox them here now and let's see if they're any good or not, because I don't think you can improve. You cannot improve on the SOFIRN IF22A. This is already the best thing out there, so I don't know how you can improve of that. But anyway, I went for different needs and I bought some different requirement torches. So let me just open this package very quickly. Now this is direct from the website itself. It's called SOFIRN Light. I'll put the link in the description down below. So the first thing we'll notice is this mini keychain light. I bought it in red. Let me get out of the frame. It was in black and it was in red, so I bought it in the red color. And it's got a laser beam as well. For those who own a cat or any other type of animal that likes to play, they really appreciate something like this. Look how beautiful this thing looks. It's so small, tiny compared to my hands. This is small. This is a keychain. We're talking about a keychain light here. Now let me turn it on and see what are we talking about here? Well, this is not a good start. It's not turning on. Do I have to double press it? I think this needs to be charged, perhaps. Probably is run out of charge in the post. Anyway, I will charge it and come back to you. So this has got a laser and it's got a light beam as well. Now this is the first one, and you can find it in the SOFIRN website. I unfortunately don't know the name because it's not written in there, but there is something here. If you want to write that down, it's a long name. They should have just called it the red beamer or the infrared light or whatever, the laser beam, something like that. Laser beam, that would have been a nice name, I think. Maybe something for SOFIRN. Now the boxes of SOFIRN are not the best thing. I mean, this does not look very presentable. It's just a grey box, but we're talking about the actual product itself. We don't care about the box. We care about the product. So this is the second product that I bought from SOFIRN, and I believe this has a name, but it's not written on it, which is quite odd. SOFIRN does some odd things. One of them is they keep changing their font. They keep changing their logo. Some of their fonts is in Arial, like this one. Some of them is in Times New Roman. I don't know why they do that. They should just stick to one font. And another thing I need to talk to you about, maybe SOFIRN, they should maybe get their lumen intensity right, because they keep overdoing it. So they claim higher claims than it is. So a 5000 lumen usually is about 4500. Now this is not a bad thing. It's still within a very good acceptable range, but just call it that. Don't exaggerate. I think people will give you more credibility if you do that. This is just an advice for SOFIRN. The other thing, as I mentioned, for SOFIRN is stick to one logo, stick to one name. Don't change your font. People want brand recognition. Look, the ACEBEAM. They stuck to this logo and they stuck to it, and they keep doing the same thing. It's consistent. Actually, it's not very consistent here. I mean, this is different font again. But why don't you become a consistent member of the Flashlight Society? Now this is I think it's about 2000 lumens. Now let me turn it on and see. This one is also not turning on. Oh, okay, there was a clip here we have to remove. Let me get out of the frame again. You have to remove this. So let's see if we can get it now to work. Oh yeah, and by the way, it's using the 18650 battery, 3000 mAh. So let's put it back into our little holder there. Actually, it's not very heavy. It's quite light. For some other torches I used to have, this is very light. Now let's turn it on. There we go. Double click. Anything? Oh yeah, increase the intensity, and then the strobe, back to light and off. Very useful, very nice. And this is a comfortable strap. You can tell that this is a comfortable strap, and I obviously love it in green. So here we go. I'm fishing in that night. I want to have a look what's going on. Here we go. Double click, increase the intensity, about 3000 lumen, I think. One more strobe, done. Very nice. So moving on, I'm gonna keep this on so I can tell you if I notice anything that I don't like about it. So I'm gonna keep it on throughout this video. But then again, if you're a mechanic, you're fixing car, you're stuck in the motorway, your car broke down, you're painting your garage at night, anything you're doing and you need a flashlight and you have to keep your hands free, I highly recommend this. It's very comfortable so far. Let's carry on. And again, the name for that one, just before we move on, is called the H25A. The H25A in green. You can buy that on the SOFIRN website. It looks so far very good and it's very lightweight and it's sturdy. It won't move. If you're going headbanging in a nightclub, this is it for you. Now let's carry on. Again, SOFIRN is not going to win a competition based on their packaging. The packaging is very basic. Again, we are after functionality, we are not after presentation. And this is the SC13. Let's open it quickly. Unboxing again. You'll obviously find all those straps and cables are very cheap cables. I don't think these are just charging cables. You won't be able to transfer any data with those. I tried those. If you're trying to keep those for later, maybe you want to move some USB files, no, you won't be able to do that. Now here is a little mini torch that I bought. The SC13 Mini, again in this army green, bursting green. It's very beautiful and very small. I love it. So far it's beautiful. Now let's remove this. And this can go in a keychain. I think it comes with a strap. Yeah, here it is. There is a little lanyard. You can attach it to the keys. And this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be in my car. And I'm going to keep that for emergencies. And it's got a magnet. So let's test the magnet. I've got this magnetic. Here you go. It's stuck there. Can you see it? I hope you can see it. Let me put it this way. I hope you can see it. It's over there. Sorry about that. But anyway, it is magnetic. So that's very good. Now let's remove obviously the little thing that stops it from working. Let me keep going out of the frame. Oh yeah, let's look at the battery. 1A350. This is the 1A350 batteries and it's 1100 mAh. Here we go. It's quite small, quite chunky. Now let's put it back in here and screw it back on. Now let's turn it on and here is the test. Beep. Not bad, not bad. One more. Off. Oh, there's just an on and off. On, switch, off, switch, on, switch, off, which is quite nice. I don't like to go through 8 different settings to reach the off button. You press it once and then you press it twice and then it's gone to higher mode, you press it again and then higher mode, you press it again and then there's a strobe, press it again, second strobe, press it again, flashing strobe, pressing one. By that point you're probably gone into a fit and you're collapsed in the street. But if you just go on and off, that's a simple and effective. And it's got this green flashlight which indicates that there is enough battery. I believe if it goes red, that means the battery is running out. So let's double press and see what happens. Oh, it's increased its intensity, which is very nice. Now let me put the blinds off for this test because I really wanted to check the intensity of this light. Now this is quite bright. I don't know if you can see it, but it is bright. Yeah, it's very bright. Now let me double click it again. Oh, strobe again. We're going into the fit I was telling you about. One more and we are off. Now let me compare with this light. Here is one. Here is twice. I believe it's the same intensity. This little device and this little device is the same intensity. I think they're both the same. Yeah, I think they're both about the same. I think they're using the same flashlight. Now what I'll do is I'm going to, for comparison only. Now this is not a very fair comparison because one of these is 2000 lumen and the P17 Defender is about 5000 lumen. But just for comparison, let me turn my P17 on and you'll notice the difference straight away. Let me just double click that. Where is it? Here. 1, 2, 3. Is that the best? Okay. So this is for comparison. This is a bit more bright. You can see I am blinded. Now that's the P17. It's quite bright. I love this flashlight. Now let me go to the SOFIRN IF22A that I was telling you about. My favorite flashlight in the world. Now this thing is good. This thing is bright. You can see how bright this is. And it will also blind you. So be careful. Don't put it in your eyes just like I did. It's very bright. And it's got this lens that if you point it anywhere, it's going to go there. It might burn the paper if you're not careful because this thing is going to get hot. Especially in a hot summer day. This thing is gonna help. Now let me put this thing on, both together at the same time. I have a feeling I'm not giving my P17 its full action. Now this is bright, guys. I think it's not as bright as the sun, but it's very close. The SOFIRN IF22A, the P17, and just for a quick reference, here is the TAC AA. Very, very little. It's not doing much. I can point this on my face all day, no problem. Let me make it a bit stronger. Okay, this is the highest it can go. It's a very small torch. Compare the TAC 2AA to the SOFIRN SC13. Let's have a look. Let me turn this off. Turn this back on. Oh yeah, this is definitely brighter. So this little torch is more intense than this torch. Amazing stuff. And the color is much better. Let me turn the blinds back on. Let me open the blind. Turn the curtains. Here we go, the curtains. Look at this color. I believe this green is much prettier than this green. Out of the frame. Here we go. So we've got this green, and we've got this green at the end. There's so many greens. How many intense greens can you have? Anyway, these are all my torches. Most of them. Some of them, as I mentioned, I have in my... I've sold, and some of them I keep in my car and so on. But I'm a bit upset that I cannot turn this thing on, which I really wanted to have a look at. Let me see if I could... Oh, it's turned on now. Very odd stuff. What was it going? Was it going through a sleep phase or something? Okay, and it's got this green indicators, which is quite handy if you want to know how much charge you've got left. Very handy. You turn it once, it flashes. You click it again, it turns off. So we've got to basically double click to turn on. Sometimes, not always. It doesn't always turn on. Look at that. I turned it on. Nothing happened. Very odd. This is odd. SOFIRN. Why is it doing that? So now it's flashing. Look, I turn it on now. Doesn't do anything. Double click it. Now it turns on. Oh, so it's a double click. Sorry, SOFIRN. Now let's try the laser. The laser. I believe you turn it on. Oh, here it is, the laser. Here is the laser, guys. I don't know if you can see it. There's a bit of a laser going on. Here we go. Well, that's very cute. Double click to start. One click to turn off. This is a nice device. I'm going to keep in my keychain. So overall, I'm very happy with what SOFIRN has to offer. Again, nothing's going to beat this IF22A. Not only is the best device ever, you can actually back charge your phone with this. So you can connect it with a USB cable from here, and you can connect it to your phone, and it's going to charge your phone. All of these are USB-C charging. So this keychain light, which hasn't got a name, or maybe it does, but I don't know it. You charge it from here. There's a USB-C port. Very handy. That's what you want in your keys. You don't want to go start looking for CR2320's batteries that you're going to keep replacing this, and they cost about more expensive than the device itself. You've got this lovely device, which is used again for hands-free operation, and it's quite bright and very lightweight. I took it off, but I think it's very comfortable. And here is the USB charging port on the side here, which is also screw, so you don't, if it's raining or anything, it's not going to get wet. And it's got a rubber seal, so it's going to be very protected. And this is quite a comfortable strap. It's expandable. You can make it longer, shorter. If you've got a big head, small head, this is for everyone. You can make it so small, so tight, that it's going to constrict the blood flow in your face, but you don't want to do that. And then we have this little, my second favorite torch so far, this little cute, that looks like it's been squeezed in here. It's a bit distended with a bit of constriction in the middle right there. This is, I'm going to call it the constricted torch. Now this is my favorite torch, the constricted torch, and again it's got this USB-C port right here. Now I don't know about you, but I work in histology, and this looks like a gallbladder. So I'm going to call this the gallbladder, the constricted gallbladder torch. This is it, the constricted gallbladder torch. And if I was to do a macro description of this, let me start my little macro description. So, a gallbladder, 65 by 26 millimeters in diameter. There is a constriction about 30 millimeters from the fundus. The serosal surface, which is the outer surface, appears smooth, green, and metallic, there is a button 15 millimeters from the fundus. The fundus is the beginning of the, okay, and the button measures 8 millimeters in diameter. Specimen weighs, and I'm gonna put it on our scale, I don't know what it's gonna weigh, about 200 grams, something like that, 150 grams. If I opened it, I'm gonna describe the serosal surface inside, but not today. That's gonna be a bit too much. Don't go full retard. Keep it simple. Keep it funny. Thank you guys for listening. I wish you a very good day. If you want any of these products, you're probably gonna find a link in the description down below. I'm not sponsored by SOFIRN, but I am happy to accept any offering from SOFIRN. If they want to send me anything for reviewing, I'm happy to do that. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. See you in the next episode, and peace.